Hi everyone, welcome to FARROWT READZ. Today we're going to be doing a pick-a-pile. This is going to be regarding your shadow self, your dark side. So if you're into this, if you've been feeling a way that you deep down inside, there's a certain behavior, there's a certain desire, there's actual toxicities you've been attracted to a lot, you've been choosing a lot, maybe you've been finding yourself not being able to keep away or restrain your desires. This could be anything. This could be just choosing unsavory behaviors that you know you're better, but you're acting lower. This could be drinking too much, becoming dependent when you know you're better than that. This could be desiring things that you know you should not desire, like fetishes, like unmentionable type of fetishes. And if you get that sense that there's something about you haven't been enjoying lately, that you know you're better, and why can't I refrain and discipline myself, you might want to check this reading out. It's a general reading. Take it as it resonates. And if one card didn't resonate, choose a different card. These readings aren't going to take too long. So let's love and care for ourselves and address our needs. I mean, if you got a question in your mind that you know you're not going to like the answer to, meditate on that. Pick your card, pick your stone. If you got questions that you know are going to force you to change, think about that question, meditate, put it, or pick your card, pick your stone. And, any question that is going to make you deal with any pain or pressure, which is why you're holding on to your dark side, your shadow self. Let's exercise this. Let's address it. Let's learn. Let's grow. But ultimately, we got to start with the first step of, healing. So let's address this. Let's get started. And timestamps are below. So if you want to check that out, we're going to start with the crystal clear quartz pile 1 first, and then move on to the beautiful pyrite and amethyst in just a little bit. Now I got to get this set up so you can see the beautiful card. Check out the beautiful stone. Get that question in your mind, and let's see what darkness you got going on. Okay, you got addicted. So, when the height of this usually goes on, whether you've been going through this cycle or process for months or just a few days or weeks, the heightness begins when the moon is waxing. And ultimately, if you're deep, this is a card of depression. So if you're in a depressive state, you're beyond having anxiety. You're beyond the panic attacks. You're beyond the daily binging or daily binge drinking. You're beyond the, pill popping every day. You're beyond overeating. You're beyond, your anger, telling people off, dark pleasures that give you enjoyment. You're deep. This is a stage of deepness. So I'm going to take this as a warning. You guys have the ability to reach that depressive state. So this is your current shadow that's within yourself that you're working on. And nobody wants to be depressed. I mean, those first stages of anxiety and overwhelm, that's like your body, like really physiologically signaling you, stop what you're doing, make changes now. It's not about, to get into the card, I mean, it's just like they're absolved in the darkness. The darkness, it also ultimately hides the truth. Darkness is fun to explore because it's scary, and to know you can defeat it and get back to the light. That process can be addicting. As we're ascending and going throughout our spiritual journey, it never ends. There's always something to learn. And sometimes we can be absolved in the darkness, forgetting how to see the light. It's like this person's head is casting down, and just the sheer whiteness of his hair, and there's a chain around his neck, and just the bones of the fingers just allowing just thorns to come out of their back. It's like no hope. There's no will. Whatever desire is there, it's the desire to stay depressed. And you don't want to go that far down. So it's like you enjoy the chains. You enjoy going back. That's when you reach that depressive state. I mean, that's serious, serious issue. So this card is a huge warning sign, like no further. Like, this is your path. So let's get into it. It's not about choosing the chains. It's about choosing them again and again. So whatever your poison, whatever your vice, if you keep going to it, that's because you're beginning to enjoy it. You enjoy going back. But when you're chained, you don't have freedom. And are you willing to fight to get those chains off? You keep running back to your same behavior, your same thought pattern. You can stop the change in that. So I like this sentence. There's a sentence that it's like the essence of the card, and I want to speak about that a moment. It's freedom was the worst of lies. I could have been a slaver or a slave, but I chose the latter, because it's so much truth in that. You can be a slave or a slaver. I mean, I wouldn't prefer either, but when you're dealing with those two types of polarity, it's like you're better than both. It's about balance and harmony. But if you're choosing the latter, if you're choosing the chains, are you? This is a question you reflect within yourself. So addiction, it's something to, like I said, to drugs, to love, to company, evil. Are you addicted to pain? Are you addicted to safety? I mean, there's a lot of questions, like anything. And the basic point about it is like whatever you're addicted to, it takes your freedom away. Freedom can be taken, broken, stripped. It's like you give all your power away and saying, you can't take anything away from me now. You can't hurt me because I've already chosen this path. So you don't let anyone rule you except yourself. Okay? Your higher self, not your shadow side. It's a fight. But the point of it is, like, if you lose the desire to fight, much more before losing the will to fight, then it's still possible to reach up and break those chains and change your behavior. I hope this makes sense. I hope it resonated. Please like and subscribe. Any comments below would be appreciated, and I hope to check you out next time. Peace out, you all. And on to pile 2 with the lovely pyrite. I love pyrite, so beautiful. Now, I hope you have focused, you thought about your question, and let's see if this resonates. Hiding your true self. Excuse me. Hiding your true self. This is a stage of acceptance. And when you're feeling, when you're in your mind and you're feeling this way, you're behaving this way, it's usually taking place around the 3rd quarter phase of the moon. Not necessarily, but if you want to track, if you're a type of person that tracks your behavior and checks it out, I do this kind of stuff to see how accurate it is. It still needs work. It is accurate sometimes, over the mark of, saying it's just random, I guess. It's over that mark, but not to say it's not over 50%. If something's over 50% when I do in tarot and oracle and relating it to the stars and the moon and the behavior and the cycles, there's things to test on. And if you're doing it 10 times and it's a practice of changing something has worked 7 times, that's a success rate. That's successful. But if it's still only 3 out of 10, well, do further testing on it. I mean, it's empirical studying and it's your own kind of track, but I don't know why I just said that. Whoever is watching this must be in school doing psychology, some kind of social services kind of studying work, dealing with empirical evidence, because I don't know where that came from. So anyways, hiding is keeping things inside. Lack of trust becomes lack of hope. Lack of trust becomes lack of hope. So there must be a limit. So, in the dazzling light, what is that? What is that? A doorway. Right here. There's a hint of a doorway. And we got 2 women draped in scarlet tunics. And one This little lady here is under the sign of the sun. You can't see it that well, but those white right here. It's white little flames. It's very faint, and the sun right there. And then this one is in the moon. So we know that's all. The moon represents all those secrets. Whoop. And then the red tunics. So I like to read the sentence regarding, with these cards, I want to read the sentence of the essence of the card. And that in this one, hiding your true self, you could be in front of the mirror or you could hide behind the mirror, yet you choose to be the mirror. So hiding is a survival instinct. So do you want to be honest and truly be yourself? So very few people will accept you. I don't think I know any completely honest people that are like truly themselves. Like you meet them and then a couple years go by and then it's like, whoa, like you really met them. It's like you learned about them and how they were, it's hard to say if anyone really knows each other's true self. This is a card about you, and about, are you hiding your true self? It's like you fight within yourself. I want to show who I really am, but then no one's going to like me. So then you hide yourself, but then that makes your soul suffer inside. And it's like you can't decide. Should I be comfortable and just accept no one may like me and just be in the sunshine? Or do I hide my soul and have a lot of friends and acquaintances and just everybody like me, but I won't be able to be myself? You harbor a bunch of secrets that are just going to manifest in time and deeply progress into something else in your future. So we always can be ourselves truly in some aspect. And the most precious moments of ours that are like treasures, those memories, whether it's just regarding your soul self or others that you love that you don't want to share, not that you miss and want back, but that you appreciate, enjoy, it'll spark that light within you again to guide how to be honest and true to yourself so you can be happy and shine as yourself. Because either way, people are going to like you. It's in your mind. It's always in the mind. And that's why we're addressing this. So, it's a process. It's a process. So if you're having a lot of ifs in your mind, switch it to when. Switch it to when. And it's never right. It's not that you're never the right person or the wrong person. There's never a right or wrong way to be. Just being yourself. Just be yourself. And how do you be yourself? You got to catch yourself being yourself. Like, do you ever take yourself to the spa and just let yourself release? That moment in time is being yourself. Being at the spa with all those bubbles. And I don't know what type of spa you go to. If you go to one of those eloquent, like they have mud baths and all the pebbles everywhere, and like the sulfur baths, and just, or maybe you go to what are they, the hot springs, and what feels good in the water and rejuvenates your body, your mind, your soul, the Trinity 3 that rejuvenates you again. And sometimes it's a process. It's not like you go there one and done, but through this process of it purifying your soul, your spirit, your body, your mentality will emerge, and you're going to feel as one, and you'll be the one looking at the mirror and turning around to come back into the light. And you're going to realize you had nothing to worry about. I like this pile. So I really like this pile. I think you guys are going to do good. So love and light. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please hit like and please hit that subscribe button. I will check you out next time. And on to pile 3. A lovely amethyst. And hope you please meditate on your thought, your questions in your mind. Have perchance to dream. Now, this is the stage of denial, and this occurs around the new moon. So we have a new moon coming up. It'll be the Libra new moon. And this card is about to die, to sleep, perchance to dream, and that's basically the sentence of the essence of this card, perchance to dream. It's just like a stage of denial, looking away. When you think the problem or trouble is gone, then you look back, and that never does seem to be the case with this kind of instances. Denial, this kind of characteristic, denial, because by the time you're awake, you're usually enabling a personality or a behavior, and the point is to wake up and continue. Stop being in a form of paralysis. And it's like, if I sleep long enough, when I wake up, the pain will have been gone. So, I mean, in the picture, there's a crowned man. He's reclining, his eyes are closed, and his body's dissolving in the wind. Yet another man is holding him gently. This really is quite a pretty card. So this card is saying, this is the time to surrender, to drown, to dive in head first in the cozy, all-enveloping darkness of the blanket. So it is a moment of weakness, a desire to close your eyes and surrender, just for one moment, 1 second, 1 minute. Not like a hero fighting the world, but like a kid, just welcoming the darkness outside, within, fully. And so, how long will that moment last? A minute? We can say just a minute, but it's not true. Disappearing is but an instant, just the time to take a breath twice, and yet it can take ages. Ages we will regret. Ages we will have lost. And yet we close our eyes. We let one sense after the other slow down to nothing. Sight first, then hearing and smell, and last will be touch. The comforting hand we all deserve to hold us up when we have done enough, and we just cannot but let it go. Yeah, it's like, it's just time to let go. Let go of the worry, the fright, and get out of that sleepiness to want to keep closing your eyes. You climb out of that denial. And what if you dream? What if you do happen to dream and succeed? Is that so bad? When people dream, they never act out on it because they think about failure. But I'm getting something different with this group, that if you dare to dream, you may succeed. But you have to be willing to surrender, to let go, and you'll be able to face what you thought you couldn't, and your denial will melt away. So, if you have some new moon rituals that you usually do those. Do something different if you've been doing those and nothing has been going on, nothing's manifesting. But I can't imagine you are manifesting. It's like you turn your back, like it's right in your face, but your eyeballs are, like your eyelids are open and your eyeballs are completely like to the right or to the left or up or down, yet like the opportunity is right in your face. How do I say that? it's right in your face and almost pushing you down, but then it's like you got someone catching you and you almost still want to slip and fall from them, but it's not going to happen because it feels like your higher self is going to come in. Like your higher self, like there's some kind of vibration, like you've been connected. And now it's like you're being tested. This isn't like a dark night of the soul. It just feels like you're being tested, and it's like, oh, not again. I'd rather just not look. And it's like you're not going to get these tests unless you know you're spiritual, you're here. If you've gone this far in my video, you're going to get out of it. I'm telling you. Just look denial in the face. Stop trying to sleep it away. And dare to dream. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And if you have any comments below, I would enjoy to hear your take. I hope this resonated and you got something from it. So love and light to you, and I'll check you out next time. Thank you. Goodbye. Love and light.